So today it's Saturday, December 2nd, and for once I'm not alone in the shop. So we have the guys. Edwin, say hello.
Hi there.
Henrik.
Hello.
So the plan today is to prepare the mold for the roof and the rear. So since this will be a three-piece mold, I'm going to do the inside of the doors here as well. That means that we need to build up these flanges here so that we have something to do the next parts. So it's going to be a good day with lots of work, and yeah, see you guys later on.
So the last step before putting on the Gelcoat is to create this type of mold flanges, and the reason by doing this is to have some extra material in the molds to fit the tacky tape and the vacuum bag and that type of stuff, so you have a clean area to cut the finalized panel. And this is so-called flute board, which is called kanalplast in Swedish, which is very good because nothing sticks to it, so it's good for this purpose.
Gelcoat is on! Now it's time to cure, and then it's time for the second layer. And then I think we have to let it cure for tomorrow morning. Today is day 2, and as you can see, the gel coat is on. It's been curing overnight. Now it's time to put down the first layer of reinforcement. So the first step is a very lightweight mat. And then we're going to get that cure for a little bit, and then do all the backing layers. First layer is on. Now we added the heating fans to fasten up the process here. We're gonna let this cure for about up to 2 hours. Then it's time to for the big thick layers of thick mat and a lot of vinylester.
So this is the last and the biggest step. We put on 3 or 4 layers, so 450 gram mats, and in this case we're using a system called Unimold from Easy Composites, which is based on vinylester, not polyester, which makes them more stable and less it's a less risk that they warp, so they're really good to use for these type of high quality molds.
We're all done, and been a good day's work. Woo! I think we're ready for some lunch. Here's the finished molds. About 24 hours after, we laid it up. So the roof here, gonna let, we're not gonna take it off because we're gonna do the the insides here. That's why I've added these flanges. But the rear end is coming off. Well, hopefully it will come off without tearing everything apart. Yep, so we'll see about that.
The molding process can be really time consuming and really annoying. So in this case it was really difficult to get the panels off, but in the end we got them off.
The mold is free. Let the molds free.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Now we're just gonna keep this camouflage on,
Yeah.
and we can have this as a spare. So a little bit of
Be nice.
tie.
Flat.
Yeah, some work needed to clean it up, prep some stuff. Then it should be ready to go. So the next step now is to make a mold of the inside of the doors. That's about it. Hey guys, now it's time to do the last step of the roof. Meaning that we're going to take the inside of the door frame here, so that we can also make that in carbon fiber to really remove every unnecessary steel. So you have to see the 2 layers of Gelcoat has been added yesterday, so now it's been first layer, then wait a couple of hours, then the second layer has been drying overnight, so now it's actually fully dry. So now it's time to put on the first layer of fiberglass, and since we missed up a little bit in the order from Easy Composites, we're missing some of the mold material. Actually, we're going to do everything in vinylester coupling coat. So that means that we have to take it carefully and not add too many layers at the same time, because then it's gonna heat up too quickly and it's gonna be warped and not true. So I'm gonna first add the first layer, just a thin 100 gram mat. Probably let that cure to fully cure. Then at a later stage, in maybe a day or two, start adding a heavier 450 mat onto it to make sure that it doesn't get distorted. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the whole roof mold off, because right now can't do anything else on the car. There's a lot of mechanical stuff to do, but it's too early to get started on that while the workshop looks like this. So the next step after this is to start on the new carbon rear quarter panels. Not quite sure how the look will be. If it should be exactly the same as the old ones, or if we're going to change the shape up a little bit. So I have to think a little bit on that and look for some inspiration. But now it's time to get started on the fiberglass. What's going on?
The water. Time to couple this.
Time to get this molds out of from the car. So first we need to drill some holes because it's a 3-piece mold. Gonna drill some guide holes between the upper mold and the inner molds. Then it's time to get the angle grinder out and cut off the excess, and then it's time to try to pull it off. Almost race ready. So these are the latest aerodynamic designs. It's called the top door angle wings. Gonna pitch this idea to Andrew later on. Maybe he'll pick it up.
500 kilos of downforce per side.
At least. This is a new trend. You're gonna see it on all the top cars coming years.
2019, because we're gonna be the first.
Exactly. But now we're gonna put this camera up and get the time lapse going. So the molds are off, the roof and the inside of the door frames. But as you can see, it's a lot of material that came off with the molds. On several areas there's a lot of fiberglass left, and that actually got stuck. So for some reason the Gelcoat on these areas didn't really, for some reason it got stuck to the other Gelcoat. There's going to be a lot of afterwork and prep work to prepare these for the to make the carbon parts from. So that is a bit disappointing. Next step is to add the old quarter panels at the rear.
This is like the Russian video that went viral.
Yeah, so we need to prepare the rear quarter panels and build up the shapes on those and prepare the plugs, and then start doing and do the molds from those as well. But these parts are now done, and I'm gonna send them to Henrik, our other teammate, who is not located in Stockholm, so he has some stuff to do as well before we continue up here. As you can see here, it's just bolted it back together, and we're just testing a little bit with different shapes on the rear ducktail that Andrew is going to design, just to see if we can blend it together with the rear quarter panel. Probably won't be doing that because that will add a lot of time, and to do that it would be better to shape the rear hatch and the quarter panels at the same time. but we don't really have time to wait for that, so I had to get going with the rear quarter panels. So the belt bolted back on. Probably gonna, widen them just a little bit extra, both in terms of tire clearance, just a little bit, but also to make the shape a bit more in line with how the car looks at the front, because at the front it's very straight and boxed and kind of aggressive shaped, but the rear ones, as you can see here, they tend to lean in a lot. It's more like a Coke bottle. I'm gonna add some extra material to make them more in line with how it looks at the front, and especially you need to beefing up this area, because right now with the camber the rear tires front face is around here, and that of course creates a lot of extra unnecessary drag with the front face of the tire hitting it. So those two main things, probably gonna raise the top bit a little bit as well, just to make it more in line with the front stuff. So this will be, a lot will be like 50% function with less drag, 50% just aesthetics and looks, and then of course to make it lighter with the carbon part. These are fiberglass, pretty lightweight, but gonna do a one-piece section and remove these glass as well. So time to get started.